On the night of July 25, 1965, Bob Dylan took the stage at the Newport Folk Festival in Newport, Rhode Island. By this time, Dylan was one of the leading figures on the music scene. He was the voice of his generation, with songs like "Blowin' in the Wind," which became an anthem for the civil rights movement. His voice was unique. His lyrics were hypnotically poetic, and his music was almost entirely acoustic, like his main folk music influence, Woody Guthrie.
I was born in South Carolina, down to Georgia I did go.
But Dylan was 24 in 1965, and like many 24-year-olds at the time, he had a keen interest in the electric sounds being produced by rock bands like the Beatles.
How many more years?
And the electric sounds that had been produced by Chicago blues performers like Howlin' Wolf, going back to the late 1940s. That influence first became apparent on his 1965 album, Bringing It All Back Home, which contained an electric, rock-influenced side. But on that July night in 1965, when Dylan counted off his first song on the Newport stage, many in the audience were still expecting an acoustic set. What they heard, however, was Dylan launching into a stunning electric blues version of his song, Maggie's Farm. His band, which included the Paul Butterfield Blues Band from Chicago, was also all electric. Many in the crowd of 100,000 were outraged. Some fans may have been upset because of the sound quality. Dylan's microphone sounded distorted, and many fans could not hear his lyrics. But there were shouts of "Judas" and "Bring back the old Dylan" from fans in the audience. Dylan only performed 3 songs and left the stage, coming back briefly to perform a few acoustic numbers. But Dylan kept performing electronically after Newport and continued to explore other genres. Meanwhile, folk rock became a popular music genre in the late 60s and 70s, partially due to Dylan's pioneering electric work. The Newport performance became legendary.
The solid body Fender Stratocaster electric guitar, 1964, used by Bob Dylan on 25 July 1965, as well as at the Bringing It All Back Home sessions.
The guitar that Dylan performed on at Newport even was auctioned off for almost $1 million. Dylan, meanwhile, continues to perform both electronically and acoustically, and he lives on as one of the most influential artists of the past 100 years.